recognized.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for being here. Vice Chair Barr, Silicon Valley Bank, which I feel like no one's focusing more on them as the bad actor here, in the mismanagement and the inappropriate actions. You know, you kept saying over and over again that they weren't responding. If you had, you know, we should have done something when we knew they weren't responding. I mean, what could have been done?
It's an excellent point. I mean, I agree with you. You start with the basic problem that the bank managers mismanaged the bank.
Did they hide something from us? What did they hid all this from us? Do you believe they hid this intentionally from the feds?
I don't have access yet to the full supervisory record.
Will you let us know? Because I really do think they misled and probably lied and made some inappropriate and fraudulent probably actions that I hope that we'll hold them accountable to.
We will definitely be looking into that, and we retain enforcement authority to go after people who at the bank who violated the law or who breached their fiduciary duty or who engaged in unsafe and unsound practices, and we will hold them accountable.
Yeah, and Chairman
to the full
Gruber,
extent.
let's not negotiate with bad actors like that. We think this is the time to really hold them accountable, honestly. This is how we set a precedent. But going back to you, Vice Chair Barr, bonuses were paid out when? When was the last bonus paid out before they
As I said, I'm still getting access to the supervisory
We know it was a
record.
couple hours before, correct?
I've heard news reports about that, but I want to make
So you
sure
don't even
that I
know
get
when the
full-
bonuses were paid out? You don't have that information for this committee right now?
I do not have that information
Was
right
it the
now.
day of?
I would like to respond to you fully and accurately, and I want to be careful to do that properly. I've heard news reports about the timing, but I don't
How
have
come
the
the
full...
news knows, but we don't?
Pardon me?
How come the media and the news know, but we don't? How do you not know this before our financial service? Because this is important.
I agree with... I share your outrage about it. I just want to make sure we get to the facts.
Do you even know how much the bonuses were?
As I said, I think you're hitting at exactly the right issues. We're going to use our enforcement authority to the fullest extent possible.
Well, now, you know, everyone's saying, oh, we're going to go ahead and introduce some clawback legislation to see. But, you know, Chairman Gruber, I asked the Fed Chair Powell about this. You know Section 956. It's been, what, 12, 13 years? When are we going to have a rulemaking on that? This is about excessive pay. This is about, I mean, this is something that Congress already considered. So how come it's over a decade that we don't have anything rulemaking? In 2016, there was a proposal. It wasn't great, but it was a really great start. It would have been instrumental here.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with the rulemaking, Congresswoman. I was strongly supportive of it. We didn't complete it in time.
Why?
Well, I think there was a change of administrations, and that may have had something to do with it. Every reason to come back to it now and complete that rulemaking. And
If you had it today, what could you have done in this instance?
It would have
Because
given us,
I'm tired of us being asked to pass things when I
would
feel
have-
like we already did, but
it would
it's
have
over
given,
12 years that we don't actually have something again that we could have used as a tool.
it just answered, it would have given us explicit clawback authority on compensation. As I pointed out earlier, we do have, in fact, a legal obligation, the FDIC, to investigate the board and management of failed institutions and hold them accountable for any misconduct that might have occurred.
Yeah, public advocates really believe this could have maybe prevented this.
And so we'll
Primarily because, as you guys know, that there's some inappropriate decisions made up so they can do the bonuses
and that's
and the payouts.
and that's what we're going
It
to
is clear as day, and I don't know why my colleagues are not even talking about that.
as
They're
I've-
talking about you all not getting things that, well, they didn't respond. How come nobody's mad at the bank for not responding?
All I can tell you, we've initiated the investigations to get the facts, to take action in regard,
Chairman-
assuming the facts support
Chairman
the
Grunberg,
allegation.
please, for the American people, we need a rulemaking decision on Section 956. You know how critically important this is.
Understood.
This is what I think it was, I read somewhere, this is the 563rd bank to fail since 2001. There are going to be more. And I know you guys don't want to talk about it, but there will be, because they'll mislead us, they'll lie, they'll do anything for the payouts. I mean, even the risk, what's that risk manager person? What did she give herself? What was it? I mean, this is a crazy amount of money she walked out with. I mean, it's crazy. And then Gary Becker, the CEO, sold February 27th, $3 million worth of stock, netting $2.2 million. And he knew this was gonna be where we land, and we're not angry about that. We're angry because you guys didn't notice. Well, what about the fact they don't respond? They don't respond to inquiries and things. I
The
mean, that to
gentlewoman's
me
time has
is,
expired. The gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Muser, is now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We know that